Hi you guys, welcome to today's video. I told you guys this video was coming and it's finally here. I'm showing you guys what I eat in a week. For the purpose of this video, we're qualifying a week as 4 days because it was getting to be a lot and the footage kept adding up, and I think 4 days is a good enough amount to show you a variety of what I eat in a day. I'm going to be walking you through everything I eat, drink, snacks, meals, all of that stuff for 4 days. And before we get started, I do want to give a few disclaimers at the beginning. I've mentioned this in past videos, but I do have quite a few food allergies, but I want to drop those here really quick so that you kind of have an idea. So I am allergic to coconut, pistachios, hazelnuts, cashews, avocados, cantaloupe, mango, and the biggest one in my opinion is soy. Soy comes from soybeans. It's in so many processed foods, so many sauces, breads, it's in everything. So that is definitely the hardest thing to stay away from. But from research and learning that I've done, soy is not particularly good for you anyways. Some other things I personally try to avoid are dairy, added sugars, and meats. Added sugar, I'm very much addicted to sugar and I have been for as long as I can remember. So this is probably the hardest thing for me to stick with, is not having as much added sugar. So you'll notice when I go through my meals and such, very low amount of added sugar. It's in some breads that I eat, stuff like that. But I'm no longer adding sweetener to my coffee, or if I want a sweetener, I'll use honey because I consider that more natural. It's not just like adding cane sugar into something, if that makes sense. My last thing for you, I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not currently counting macros or calories. I'm eating good to feel good, and I've definitely been the person that does what they would call yo-yo dieting. I would try this thing and this thing and this thing and I would feel good, and then I would quit, and then I would try this new thing and feel good, and then I would quit. And I've noticed that what I'm doing now is something I've done in the past, and it's the thing that I've held up for the longest. I believe I did it for like a year. Felt amazing, looked amazing, and so that's what I've been doing now for about 2 weeks, and I'm loving it already. Now we can go ahead and get started. Welcome to Monday morning. I like to do what's called an appetizer breakfast or breakfast appetizer. I get up pretty early in the morning, so the first thing I do is usually eat like a small breakfast before I hop on to trading in the morning, because that does have to be done certain hours of the day. So for Monday's breakfast appetizer, I had a Kite Hill blueberry yogurt, half of it. I like to do little halvesies. Then I added some fresh blueberries and some chia seeds. Kind of just holds me over until I'm done with trading, and then I can have a real breakfast. My real breakfast this day was a Dave's Killer Bread English muffin, and then I put some original hummus on top, sauteed some kale, spinach, and onion, fried up 2 eggs, and topped it with hot sauce. By far one of my favorite breakfasts, and if you watched my last What I Eat in a Day, made the same thing. And it might seem like a reoccurring theme. Okay, so that was breakfast. Oh, I also made my creme brulee coffee with oat milk. I do brew a fresh batch of cold brew about every week or maybe every 5 days or so. So I just drink that throughout the week. So this whole video, my coffee is my creme brulee cold brew, and I have an oat drink. That's what I've been having in my coffee. Kind of a lot going on for my lunch today, so I'm gonna walk you through it really quick. For my veggie burger, I'm gonna be using this mushroom risotto veggie burger on a Dave's Killer bun. I'm gonna top it with some spinach, some onion, tomato, mustard, Grillo's pickles, best pickles you'll ever have. They're at Costco, and an egg. And then I'm also gonna do a salad on the side. Typically, I might do 2 burgers and leave out the salad, but I'm not feeling hungry enough for 2 burgers, but I don't think 1 will be enough, which is why I'm supplementing the side salad. And then I'm also going to be putting this Honeycrisp apple vinaigrette on top. Alright, and as a snack on Monday, I just had some pickles and crackers. My snacks are always like weird. I just grab something that I find and I don't know, that's just what happened. For dinner, we made potato tacos. I did in fact have 5 of them because if I'm hungry, I'm eating. I told you guys, if I stay away from the ingredients that I feel like my body doesn't agree with or that just don't make me feel good, I'll eat as much as I freaking want, and I do. So I had 5 potato tacos with the corn shells, and then I put onion and hot sauce on all of them. Throughout the day, I do drink water. I don't track how much water I drink. I just drink water as I'm thirsty. I feel like I get through quite a bit, but I didn't necessarily track that for you guys. Just know that I am drinking water. I'm just not going to mention it for every day. I'm only mentioning the drinks other than water that I'm having. So let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday morning, I had the other half of that Kite Hill blueberry yogurt, and this day I added banana and granola. For breakfast today, I'm having a piece of sourdough toast with my original hummus, some olive oil, salt, and red pepper flakes sprinkled on top, and then I'm having some of the leftover potatoes from the tacos last night. So I reheated those, added in some onion and some kale, and then did 2 eggs on top with my Siete hot sauce and some everything bagel seasoning, and then same coffee that I had yesterday. So for lunch, I had another mushroom veggie burger with mustard, spinach, pickles, onion, and tomato, and then I had a peach on the side. Peaches are the fruit of the summer. So yummy, so convenient and easy. Then on Tuesday, I worked out. I've been trying to work out 4 to 5 days a week. Whenever I feel like it, I do it. If I'm really sore or really tired, I'll skip a day and I won't beat myself up for it. But Tuesday, I did do a workout. So after my workout, I did a protein shake with frozen banana, almond milk, a vegan vanilla protein that I buy at Sprouts, and then naked peanut butter, which I have to pause here and talk about naked peanut butter for a minute because it's so good. I've never tried a powdered peanut butter before, but we were looking online for Zachary, my boyfriend. He wanted a natural pre-workout. So I just Googled natural pre-workout. The Naked brand popped up and I'm amazed. Not sponsored, but I stand behind them. Very natural products and a decent price, that I would say. Peanut butter powder is to die for. It's so good. Very natural ingredients, has added vitamins, has BCAAs in it. Been loving adding that into my shakes. Then I had 2 different snacks. I had some spicy dill pickle almonds, and I also had some crackers with hummus. And for dinner, we ended up doing what we call a Cajun rice, but it's white rice with peppers, and Zachary adds turkey sausage into his. I obviously leave that out of mine, and then we just season it with like a Cajun seasoning. And then I also added spinach and sriracha into mine. You'll notice a theme of mine. I try really hard to add some kind of green into practically every meal that I eat. It just makes me feel better. And before bed, I also had a hot tea with honey. I believe I did my blueberry tea. I think I show you guys in the video my collection of hot teas. I was super into it in the winter, and then I kind of fell out of it. Every now and then now I'll have one and I sweeten it with like an all-natural organic honey. That's how I get it sweetened. So having a nice hot tea before bed is like really calming and helps me sleep. But moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, I went with my vanilla Kite Hill yogurt, and if I didn't mention, the Kite Hill yogurt is made with almond milk. So to that yogurt, I added a banana, granola, and chia seeds. You'll notice a theme. I kind of stick with the same stuff most of the time. For my real breakfast, this morning I'm doing a little bit of a bigger breakfast because I'm super hungry today, and I think it's due to doing like a really hard workout yesterday, and I plan on doing another hard workout today, so I want to make sure I'm fueling up. So instead of doing an English muffin, I'm doing a bagel, which I feel like has a lot more substance to it. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bigger, thicker piece of something that'll keep me fuller. Of course, putting my hummus on it, an egg on each side, and then kale and onion, and I'm considering adding spinach. I don't know if I will or not. This one, I did not add spinach to either, but this one I added tomato slices that I had left over. I also sprinkled red pepper flake onto the hummus I put on there before topping everything. And then this one, there's no tomato, but I did put like a chipotle hot sauce on top. And then You guessed it, same coffee as before. All right, and I also did a workout on Wednesday, so I ended again with my protein shake. I did a little bit extra because I was just starving this day, so I added a little bit extra banana and a little bit of extra protein to make up for it. And then for lunch, I had that leftover Cajun rice, and then I also added one of my Super Greens veggie burgers on top to get in some more greens, and I had a peach on the side. Again, getting greens in as much as possible. And for dinner on Wednesday, we did a brown rice pasta with carrots, celery, and spinach. I just have to say, this is such a good alternative in my opinion for a pasta dish. Of course, it's still loaded with carbs, so if you're worried about that, maybe not the best choice for you. But if you are more worried about your gluten consumption, the brown rice pasta is so good. The texture is pretty spot on to normal pasta texture, and it's really not that much more expensive, so I love it. A good brown rice pasta makes me feel better. And heading into Thursday, I did in fact skip my yogurt because I woke up late, didn't have time to eat before I got on the computer, so I just skipped it. It happens. For my breakfast, I ended up doing a bagel with peanut butter, banana, and cinnamon. I do use an all-natural peanut butter. Like I said, I try to cut out the bad ingredients where I can, and I truly think it makes a difference to make a good decision with every meal that you're eating. I've noticed that if I tell myself I have to eat clean for a whole month, it's daunting and I get burnt out and I fail. But if I go day by day or even meal by meal, I definitely notice how much easier it is to maintain eating a specific way. Had that bagel with my regular coffee. It's lunchtime. My stomach is upset. I don't know why. Trying to figure it out. Don't know. So I'm really hungry. I don't want to eat anything to like upset my stomach more. But for lunch, I'm actually kind of doing a breakfast. I'm gonna heat up the rest of these leftover potatoes back from when we did potato tacos. I'm gonna throw a veggie burger on there. This is how I'll be getting my greens since my fresh greens are all expired at this point. Gonna do some onion up with the potatoes and then put 2 eggs on top for some extra fat, some extra protein. Here's the finished product. Does not look appetizing. It is what it is. These are the lazy days. But I'm gonna throw this hot sauce on it, and this is like a random hot sauce from this pack that we got as a gift a while back. And this one is called My Outback is Burning. The only one that sounded kind of like unique and different to me, it has pumpkin in it. So I'm gonna give it a try. Just off smelling it, it smells like a buffalo sauce, kind of like a Frank's. Oh, it's thick. Okay, now I'm scared. For a snack, I had pickles, crackers, and hummus. A big pickle gal, big hummus gal. You're seeing a trend. I don't have to bring it up. And then we had a fun dinner. I wanted to make sure I include this in the video to show you guys that it is okay to eat out and go somewhere fun. Have something that's not home cooked and still make it like a healthier choice. So we went to Blaze Pizza. This is probably like our go-to place to go when we're still trying to eat decent. So on my pizza, I have to do this from memory because I did not write it down. I got red sauce, no cheese, staying away from dairy, and then I got a bunch of veggies. So I got mushroom, red onion, spinach, chopped garlic, banana peppers. I think that's it, and then salt and oregano. Normally I would get arugula on top as well, but I totally forgot to tell them that at the end. So, and then we also split a box of the garlic knots. They call them dough knots. I don't think there's actually garlic on them. There's pesto on them. And I will say, I think there's a little bit of cheese on those garlic knots, and it's so weird how if you stop eating dairy for a certain amount of time, you really feel it once you have it again. My throat just felt so phlegmy afterwards. Such a small amount of dairy really affects me, I guess. So that's interesting to point out, but that is what I ate in that week, in those 4 days that I filmed for you guys. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I will say it feels good to eat good. I hope this was helpful. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.